There's Dabo Swinney now joins us right here on the Jay Barker Show. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good, Jay. How you doing, man?
You like that clip?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't
So,
believe it's been
28.
a long time.
I'm telling you, man, a long time ago. 28-26 win over Texas A&M. And did you expect this game to be this close?
Oh yeah. I knew this would be a four-quarter game. This was a really difficult game to prepare for us. I mean, a lot of unknowns. We didn't really have any film to go on. Basically like another opener. You know, we had a half football from the Northwestern State game, and then the rest of our prep was on Florida State, and Wake Forest, and Notre Dame, and Memphis, and so just a lot of unknowns. All the film from last year really irrelevant schematically, very different. So it was some question marks coming into it, but I thought early in the game we got control and we missed a couple opportunities, and that was probably the biggest issue. We had a third and one, we had a good drive going, and we get a bust up front, and don't block a gap, and then we fourth and one on the goal line to go up 3 scores, and we fumbled the snap. So just a couple of misses. But you go in, it's 14-3 or 14-6, whatever. Well, I think it was 14-3 at half, and just didn't quite take advantage of some opportunities. And man, give them credit. Jimbo's done a good job already. It's a very talented team. Looking at their roster, they last 4 years they've signed more 4 and 5 stars than we have. So I knew they had talented guys. Harder were going to play, and then we come out, and I thought the third quarter defensively we played pretty good till the end, and then it was just almost like we just forgot how to play defense, and we got 21-6 lead at the end of the third, and 2 plays later they score, and then we go right back down the field, and it's 28-13 in the fourth, and I think we ended up having like 20 mental errors on defense, and most of those were in the fourth quarter, and just a lot of guys running wide open. We were just really didn't do some of the basics very well, and then they made a couple of just unbelievable plays, and that's just kind of football. You got to give them a lot of credit for that. I thought their quarterback was awesome. I felt like coming in a tough out, and he was. But at the end of the day, we found a way to go on the road and win in an incredibly tough place and win a close game. And I think our seniors have won all 4 of their road openers, and they've opened at Auburn, they've opened at Louisville twice, and they've opened at Texas A&M, and 3 of those 4 openers have been game day. So, it's a group that I think the experience and the leadership, the perseverance, these guys, they know how to win, and that paid off for us. But that's one of the reasons we play these games. We could have gone and played Mary Poppins and be an easy 2-0 and feel great. Instead, we go out to College Station and we played a really good football team and had some good things and some bad things. But at the end of the day, we win the game in a hard-fought game, and I thought both teams competed incredibly hard. Nobody wants to lose. So I was really proud of our guys, and as we get back going today, we've got a lot of things that we got to correct. So bad news is we made a lot of mistakes that could have cost us. The good news is we made a lot of mistakes and we still won. So definitely something I think we can grow our team from.
And Mary Poppins has a great umbrella coverage, I'm telling you. Unbelievable. As far as the things that you saw differently that you didn't expect maybe from this Texas A&M offense,
yeah.
If you looked at film from what he had done before at Florida State, what was different? And as far as, was it scheme? Was it just formations?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Well, first of all, defensively, he hired the Elko guy from Notre Dame, and he's great. He does a really good job. And he had a few things that were a little different for us. And then, but then offensively, they had a nice plan to try to slow some of our rush down. They did some empty stuff with their 2 tight end sets and had some good formation things and a few plays. I thought they had some well-designed screen plays that cost us a few times in some long yardage situations when we were playing coverage. Again, I thought first half we really dominated the half defensively, and for most of the third quarter. But we didn't play 4 quarters, and then offensively, when we had to have it, back-to-back touchdowns, huge plays in the third and fourth quarter, huge drives to kind of keep the lead. But we just got into a battle to the end, and we made one more play than they did. But definitely some unknowns, and some of the unknowns with our personnel. Again, just didn't know a lot about some of those guys. When you watch the tape from last year, there's just a lot that just doesn't carry over. You're talking about new coaches, new everything, and so I was very impressed with Texas A&M. I think that they certainly gave us all we wanted, and we were very fortunate to win. But I think that they're a team that's going to give everybody fits, especially if that quarterback stays healthy. I think he's a winner. He's a great competitor, and I think Jimbo did a super job with him.
We are joined by Coach Dabo Swinney of the Clemson Tigers. Coach, this is Lars Anderson here. I want to stretch back and go back in time. When you walked on at Alabama, you were one of 45 players, I believe, to attend a tryout for walk-ons. And after it lasted 6 weeks, and you were one of 2 to make the team. And I've done a little bit of research on those 6 weeks, and I know how grueling it was, the early mornings, the throwing up in the trash cans. How did that experience shape who you are today?
Oh, man. Rich Wingo and Terry Jones and Lower Jim, Rocky Colburn. Those were I still can't believe I survived that. It's bringing up bad memories for me, man. Those were, I don't know. I was so driven at that time in my life to just make something out of myself. I was in school. I was paying my way. I was on Pell Grants and student loans and working, and I'd always played ball, and my dream was to somehow, some way get on the team. And when I met with them, they said, "Okay, well, this is what you're going to have to do." And so it just kind of became and every week, every day, you'd show up, there'd be people not there, and it just got to a point where, you know what, I'm not going to let them break me. I'm going to see this through. And it just got to be something that I think it just gave me purpose every day, and just gave me this drive, and I just wanted to prove that I could make it and do it. And so, it was. I mean, they put you in jail now if we ran a walk-on program like that. But different era, different time, but it definitely. I think all of our experiences in our life shape us. The good ones, the bad ones, the tough ones. The mountaintops, the valleys. I think all of that shapes us into who God's created us to be as we go forward in our life. And for me, at that time in my life, a lot of questions and kind of a lot of unknowns and what's my purpose in life, et cetera. But that gave me something to kind of hang my hat on, and I'd always been a part of something. And I was so, everything great in my life at that point kind of come to the team. And I wanted to be a part of a team. And I was just willing to do what it took, and I didn't know where I was going to end up. And so that was a big deal for me when I got put on the team spring of '89. My first team meeting, I'll never forget it, with Bill Curry. And, he introduces me and another guy, and that was a special time. And just going out and being on the team in spring practice. And then I just started setting little goals. Fall of '89, my first year, I just wanted to dress. Well, I got to dress and I got to play. I got to go to the bowl game, the Sugar Bowl, and then there's a coaching things, and I got to start over. Next thing you know, my sophomore year, a couple guys get hurt. I get an opportunity, end up playing in the rotation and lettering as a sophomore, and then go from there and get a scholarship. So, but definitely what I went through in that walk-on program and what I learned about myself and the toughness, mental toughness, and physical toughness that was instilled and developed in me, that hey, I could do it. The rest of it was kind of easy after that.
How many times were you open and Jay didn't throw you the ball?
All the time. Are you kidding me? I mean,
He's got pictures of this.
I have the best picture in the world in my house that sums my entire career up. Okay, it is playing Auburn. It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. We've got Martin Houston, and I think it's either KT in the backfield. We were big backs. We were heavy backs at that time. We were 3rd and 1, and I'm at what we call the split end, the X, and the corner just comes running in and leaves me, and I've got my hands up. I'm looking in. I'm trying to yell at Jay, and it's so funny because on the other side at the Z is Kevin Lee, and he's pointing because the corner's coming, and of course Jay totally ignores me and hands the ball off to Martin Houston. We put the first down, and we go on the rest of this beat Auburn. So, but anyway, I was open a lot, and
I wish I could have that one back. Yes,
I caught all the balls I touched. That's one of my claims to fame right there.
You did. You had great hands. And let's talk about quarterbacks. Tell us about your quarterback situation with Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence. Just kind of where does all that stand?
Yeah, it's exciting. It really is. I mean, we got a really cool situation. I mean, it's they support each other well, and they're both playing well. I mean, I thought that they both had some really good moments Saturday night, and then they both had some inconsistent moments. But that's just where we are right now. I think Kelly is still our starter. I loved his poise down the stretch the other night, and I thought he settled in and gave us some good leadership and a really critical fourth quarter there. But Trevor just brings a lot of big playability and excitement, and he's confident. He comes in on the first play on the road, just the perfect pass for a 60-something yard touchdown. So I mean, he's just a guy that's going to continue to get better, and I think between the two of them, we have the opportunity to really develop something nicely. And as I've said, told everybody around here, I mean, if something changes and all of a sudden when I'm not playing well for some reason, then you may see us change up. But right now, they're both playing well, and we're going to continue to give them opportunity to compete.